A judge in Utah today signing a warrant to execute a convicted murderer by firing squad. Under state law, Ronnie Lee Gardner had the choice between a firing squad or lethal injection. He was sentenced to death for killing a man 25 years ago. Gardner chose the firing squad, similar to the picture you see here, World War II, because there aren't many photos of this sort of thing. Utah, by the way, is the only state which still has a firing squad. In fact, the state has used it twice in recent years. Gary Gilmore, 1977, John Taylor in 96. And in case you're wondering, there will be 5 riflemen, one of which has a blank, so the shooters can never be quite sure who fired the fatal shots. KSTU Fox 13 Salt Lake City reporter Ben Winslow has the latest. Ben, walk us through how this thing is going to happen.
Well, what happens is it starts with today. This is the warrant that the judge signed, the death warrant, setting an execution date for Ronnie Lee Gardner for June 18th. Between now and then, preparations will be made at the Utah State Prison at the point of the mountain here in Salt Lake City to carry out the execution. Gardner may wear a hood when this is carried out. He may not. It's not statutorily required. At the very least, right now, his attorneys plan to file an emergency appeal with the Utah Supreme Court seeking to halt his execution, making a number of legal arguments, one of which is that he has been on death row for nearly 25 years. He's been on death row for so long, executing him now would be cruel and unusual punishment. The Utah Attorney General's office says that obviously they will oppose that, and they want the execution carried out on June 18th.
Ben, is it true that Gardner is not the only prisoner who could face the firing squad there?
That's right. Utah did away with the firing squad as a method of execution back in 2004. That was partly because of the publicity, and this is so bizarre and so rare that anytime you have one of these cases, they draw so much attention, so much media attention. You may remember Gary Gilmore. It became quite notorious, quite infamous. So they did away with it in 2004 as a method of execution. However, there are 4 inmates at the Utah State Prison right now who are grandfathered in. Ronnie Lee Gardner's situation was unique because in 1985, when he was convicted, he chose firing squad. In a couple of other execution warrants that were signed during the appeals process, lethal injection was chosen. That's why the judge decided to let him choose, and he said today in court, quote, "I would like the firing squad, please."
All right, KSTU's Ben Winslow. Ben, thanks very much.